Nothing is more frustrating than when men start trying to devalue you because you're a single mom and now you have higher standards.
Men are devaluing single mothers. Come on, let's talk. Hey, beautiful people, how you are doing today? It's your girl Destiny here, and welcome to my channel. How you are doing? Hope you guys are doing great. So today's video is a video of a young lady who came to talk about how men devalue single mothers and expect single mothers not to date and be with high valued men, single men that don't have kids. And she wanted to talk about how if she had already made a mistake in the past and now she wants to have high standard and not date men that have kids already, and that's a standard, why are men trying to make it look like there's something wrong? And this has gotten a lot of men to come here and drag her. Literally, they drag this lady to field for saying that she cannot date a man that already have kids, even though she is a single mother herself, that she cannot date single dads too. Anyway, let me know what you think about single mothers not dating single dad, or single dads not dating single mother, or generally people not dating single parents, like not dating single mother or dating single father. You guys know how I feel about women dating single dad, like, okay. So anyway, guys, let's go check out the video, people's response to it, and then we'll come back and talk more.
Why are you trying to bash me for learning from my mistakes and trying not to repeat them? Nothing is more frustrating than when men start trying to devalue you because you're a single mom and now you have higher standards. It's like they want you to keep making the same mistakes. Like, it's like, okay, you think I want to do the same shit again? Like, why are you trying to bash me for learning from my mistakes and trying not to repeat them? It literally doesn't make sense, and it's actually really annoying, but whatever. We're just in a sassy man apocalypse, and I'm learning to accept it.
Okay.
Why are you trying to bash me for learning from my mistakes and trying not to repeat them? Nothing is more frustrating than when men start trying to devalue you because you're a single mom and now you have higher standards. It's like they want you to keep making the same mistakes. Like, it's like, okay,
if you're a single mom and you learn from your mistake, right? And you raise your standards and you want better, you really can't expect better to really want you. Because if you expect better to want you, then you're not better for them. At that point, they will be settling for you. A lot of single moms, they want, especially the young ones, they want a man without children to come in and play stepdad. It doesn't work like that. Now, it's different if he's a sucker. You're his only option. He don't really got options like that, and cool, but y'all be wanting better to come in and you're not the better option for him. It does not make sense for a man that does not have children to come in and play that role. And like I said before, they're not willing to compromise. They want a man without children to come in and deal with them when they have children. The guy in the comments said, find a single dad. Men have standards too. She said, nah. Like you honestly have so many options. And then she says, some don't care why y'all acting like stepdads don't exist. And this is why I tell single moms to like stay away from dating until you find the right one. Because the internet has a lot of women thinking that just because a man he'll hit you, he'll crack you, he'll use you for your body, they think that's a true option. That's not an option.
True.
A lot of guys aren't willing to sit here and sit down with you and raise your son or daughter with you when they have none. It doesn't work like that. Your best bet is to choose a single father. Your best bet is to choose a single father simply because y'all are more alike than anything. Y'all both chose the wrong partners to have kids with, and then here y'all go. Then y'all learn each other. Like, bro, it just makes sense.
it's more frustrating that when men start trying to devalue you because you're a single mom and now you have higher standards.
You know what? I'm not even getting the blanket. Y'all got so comfortable on this internet, you just gaslight on all your videos now. Some of you just gaslight men through your TikTok videos, but then you want to tell us men that you're not the problem and it's always the man. Second thing, some men do not be trying to devalue you. Only thing you heard him say was, I would prefer not to date a woman with kid. He explained why in a respectful way, and you perceived his message as devaluing you. No, you're still a valuable individual. You're probably smart, intelligent, kind, an amazing woman. You're doing amazing things by raising that child on your own. All this man said was a preference, and you didn't like it, and you didn't know how to digest the information, so you figured out a way to articulate it and or understand it where you could blame the man and not take accountability for your actions. I'ma say it again. It is just a preference. And if you were to raise a son, I'm pretty sure you would side-eye your son or give the advice not to date single moms if he does not have any kids as a grown man.
Why are you trying to bash me for learning from my mistakes and trying not to repeat them? Nothing is more frustrating than when men start trying to devalue you because you're a single mom and now you have higher standards.
Hey, shout out to Mark on that one. But the crazy part is, Sade said she don't want a man with kids. Yeah. So a man without kids is supposed to settle for you, but you're not supposed to settle with. But you know what? I don't even blame her, because it's the men's fault. This is why I be telling y'all. She has that mentality because, number one, she's still cute, right? Despite her having children, she's still cute. So she can still get, she can still get meat or get entertained by the type of guy that is her type, right? He's not going to take her seriously, but she can still have relations, and get hunched on by a guy that's her type. But this is why it's just like when I was talking about the big girls, right? The big chicks big people don't be wanting to talk to other big people, but then get mad when the skinny people or the in shape people that they deal with don't take them seriously. And now they come on here with their takes about women or men and they're this and they're that. But it's like, if you stayed in your lane and actually dealt with people that looked like you, acted like you, dealt like, was built like you might have better results. But you dealing with something that you're not supposed to be dealing with. Same thing with these single mothers. You want a man with no kids, but you got kids. But as the men who don't have kids, that's why I tell y'all, stop hunching on them. You know you're not going to take her seriously. You know you don't want to actually be stepdaddy or you're going to marry her, none of that. Stop entertaining them.
Exactly.
Because this is the result of that. Because y'all will still sleep with them. Because y'all want some easy cat. This is what happens. And then y'all get mad and get upset when they get on this app and they make videos like that and gaslight niggas. Y'all validate their mentalities by laying down with them, by entertaining them, by still sleeping with them. So it's y'all fault. Because as a man, you don't have to go deal. If you don't have children and you don't want to deal with a woman with children, you don't have to. But y'all do. And then get mad when they have this entitled mentality. All these women with no kids, and you want to stick your wee-wee in women that have children. When you don't want a woman with children. Like,
Trying to devalue you because you're a single mom and now you have higher standards.
She's talking about how men don't want to date single moms, but my problem with her video is the whole higher standards thing. Like, you can wake up one day and decide, like, oh, I want better for myself, like higher standards for myself and higher standards for people I date. You can do that, right? But you can't wake up one day and expect everyone else to abide by, oh, she has higher standards now. Let me give you an example, okay? Me personally, I've never cared about body count. Not my own, not anybody else's. Don't care how high it is, okay? But if I just woke up tomorrow and I was like, you know what? I think like I want to start dating people with a body count that's like less than 10. And then I approach people. I'm like, oh, what's your body count? I'd rather yours be less than 10. And then they're like, oh, it's such and such. What's yours? And I'm like, it's much more than 10. What does it look like? Okay, I can't just undo those actions of the past. It's very much up to that person I'm talking to on whether or not I meet their standards. Mind you, this is just about frivolous dating history, okay? You have a child with a man. If you have a kid with some sketchy guy, mind you, a sketchy guy that you're now connected to for life, you can't expect to talk to a new guy and him just be like, oh, well, if you turned over a new leaf. Personally, I've never had the problem with the concept of dating a single mother. It was never something that bothered me in any way. You can't sit around here and act like it's not a thing, like you're not a single mother. That's not part of your past that you can just throw away. Especially considering most people don't want to take care of other people's kids. I'm telling you, okay, like those men, like men who don't date single mothers, a lot of them, like the problem is they would look at that kid and they would think of the other man every single time. Not saying that's right of them to do so, not saying that's healthy, not saying it's mature, smart, anything like that, but that is how they would feel. It's very reasonable of them to avoid that situation if that's something they can't handle. I've said this before, but the crazy thing about these, like, oh, you know, I'm a single mother, why don't you date me type videos, is I swear I've never heard a woman speak highly of the concept of dating a single father. Again, I'm not saying all women, I'm not saying they don't exist who are like, oh, dating a single father would be fine. I'm saying me personally, any woman I've ever talked to, seen talk on here, they're like, oh, I could never date a guy with a baby mama. I'd love to see the day where a guy gets on here, he's like, yo, you know, I'm a single father, you know, I just made a mistake, you know, let the past be the past. You know, I don't know why women wouldn't want to date me just because I'm a single father, yada, yada, yada. And I would love to see how that went for him. Just a certain level of, like, again, the way we're socialized through the patriarchy, okay, infantilization of women. Of course, patriarchy, misogyny, all bad, but it's like in this situation, it's like, oh, you know, I just made a mistake. I should be able to, like, you know, do better and, like, learn better. But if a man were in the same situation, I highly doubt anybody would let it fly. Oh, you know, I just made a mistake, had a kid, I'm a new man now. I just really doubt that would happen. Actually, this socialization is not women's fault, okay? Like, again, it's completely the patriarchy, but it, like, happens. You know what I mean? These things happen, like, bluntly, like, we have to call them out. Like, we have to, like, call it how we see it, just in general.
Okay. So let me know what you think about this conversation. For me, I find this conversation very interesting, and I'm agreeing to some of the things you're saying. I'm disagreeing to some of the things you're saying. So yeah, let me know down in the comment section what you think. But please, as always, keep it respectful. Here on this channel, we're allowed to disagree, but we do it in a very respectful way. So go ahead, feel free, share your thoughts. We're just here to have conversations. So please, no tussling. So yeah, guys, oh, here's my own thought on this. For me personally, I want to say that there's nothing wrong with being a single mother. There's nothing wrong, especially when the child is here. Yeah, is here. So deal with it. Like, okay, like people dating single mothers. I personally, I don't see anything wrong with it. But also, it also have to be a preference. The same way when you're dating, just ask the person that you're dating, what do you want? What do you want from this dating? Oh, I have a kid. I don't, and know if it aligns. There are some people that don't want to date women that don't want children, child-free women. There are some people that want to date child-free women. There are some men out there that want child-free women because they don't want to go child-free. There are men that want, there are single men that want a single mother for whatever reasons, which I don't know whatever reason will make a single man. Also, there are single women that would deal with a baby daddy. And for me, which I still don't understand, which I personally, I don't advise women to do. Like, don't date a man that have kids, okay? But if you want to do it, there are people doing it. But this lady talking about how because her standard have risen. See, from her only just saying that alone, like our own take on it, I would say, yeah, go girl. But her saying that no, she can date a single father, I'm just like, if you're going to judge somebody in the same shoes as you, then people are going to judge you too. So if you're going to, like, oh, because you are a single father, that means you're not dateable. And I understand it is your preference and is respected, but also know that it's also going to cut down, and other people are going to say, because, not because you're a bad person, you're a terrible person, or a bad mother, but because you are a single mother, I'm not going to date you. And for me, which does not make sense. People make mistakes and grow out of it and learn from it and all that. But for me, I still don't understand when people are single parents, either being a single mother, a single father, expect that the other person will come in and then automatically step into the shoes of the absent parent. Like, when a girl dates a single father, automatically she's expected to be a mother. And when a man dates a single mother, automatically he's expected to be a father. For me, I feel like it's really an unfair position to put someone that did not even have a child. Honestly, I feel like it's a very unfair situation to put someone that don't have a child to be put in. And then you're like, oh, you should step up. Like, if I want kids, if I want to play that dirty another, I would have done that myself at the time when I was young and make stupid decisions, but I did not for a reason. So don't put that responsibility on me. So I don't find, I personally, I don't think that it is a wise choice for you to tag and say, because somebody have a child, you're not going to be with them, especially when you have a child. But if you don't have a child, stay away. For me personally, if you don't have a child, don't date like stay away, because it is so hard. And I don't understand why people downplay raising a child, how really complicated and hard it is. It is so hard for you to do that. And this is why when we talk here on the channel, I always talk about, if you know you want to have a child, especially as a woman, have it for yourself. So if you are a single mother and you're doing it alone, you are not like trying to scatter and find a replacement for them. And also another thing that I also want to point out about this conversation is the fact that this lady already know that she has made a mistake in her life. And I do understand that everybody's looking for their person, everybody finds love, everybody's looking for love and all that, even though we're looking for it in the wrong places. Anyway, so I know everybody's looking for love, everybody's looking for their partner, everybody's looking for their missing rib, their twin flame and all that. But the fact that you are still actively looking for a man, where rather you are supposed to be focusing on yourself and your children, and having a man should not be a priority. I don't even understand why we keep having this conversation. Having a man should not be a priority, especially when you now have a child to raise. Having a man should not be a priority. We've seen cases where you are, especially single mothers, are out there dating, and then they are dating sketchy people. Sketchy, and like, come on, sis. I expect, like, especially as a single mother, I'm not saying don't date and all that, but things that use that time to focus on yourself. And I know us as women, we've been put in that place where we think we can be alone, we can survive alone. Like, we really crave that clinginess and all that. But let me tell you, it's such an amazing feeling for you to find yourself, know yourself, and love yourself. Because when you do that, it is a different move, because you won't even be in that place when you're talking about, oh my, I have like men standard. You are your standard. Like, you are your standard. You're so content of who you are, what you are. You're making your own money. You love your own company. You are okay not having a man, especially a man that will not treat you well or treat your child well. You have that standard, and that's just embedded in you because of how much work you've done for yourself. But the fact that you're still out there really struggling, trying to defend, oh, I made a mistake and now I want to do better, because you are not actively out there not searching for this man. Like, for me, you just really make me give it the side eye. Like, sis, come on, chill, take a deep breath and focus on yourself. Anyway, guys, please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. I'd love to know what you think about this amazing conversation down in the comment section. But please, as always, keep it respectful. Share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banging conversation. So go on and share this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push out my content for more people to see, and that'll be you supporting this channel and this girl here. So go on and do that. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces.